The reason why most wholesalers are struggling to find enough deals is because they're relying on the oversaturated methods that most gurus teach nowadays. Now, over the last couple of years, we've helped dozens of real estate investors and wholesalers get deals using one simple method. Over 5-6-figure assignment fees or flips using the Motivated Seller online funnel. And in this video, I'm gonna explain to you exactly how it works and how you can actually use it. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Esteban Andrade, and in the last 4 years, I've helped real estate investors and wholesalers make over $30 million in assignment fees or flips, and have spent over $15 million in advertising spent just to teach you this simple strategy. Unfortunately, most of investors and wholesalers do not use paid advertising correctly, so therefore they do not get good results. And that's why they say Facebook ads suck, or PPC is not worth it, I should not do it, yada yada, only the top people should do it. But I'm gonna explain to you in this video the exact things that we do whenever we're running advertising. I'll break down the exact paid ads funnel so you can start generating motivated sellers on autopilot. A lot of our clients are making 10, 20 deals a month. So now you can start making money online. So let's dive into this. So first of all, why paid advertising after all? When you have cold calling, direct mail, you can drive for dollars. You can actually work with other wholesalers or do JVs or even reach out to other agents. Well, paid advertising is being one of the most scalable ways that actually run my own company, because I started doing organic methods, outbound methods, reaching out to other people, actually doing outreach as opposed to doing paid advertising. And actually I was very scared about doing paid advertising because I knew I had to use my money. But here's the thing, you can create a predictable system where $1 can turn into $3, $4, $5 back. The entire goal is that you get money out of every single dollar that you put in. And this is called return of advertising spent. So in the first 30 to 60 days, if you have a return of at least $3 back for every advertising dollar that you put in, that is worth it. So I want to stick to that channel and scale it to the moon. The first thing that you got to do is understand that this is an algorithm that is going to work for you. So as you know, platforms like Meta, like Google, like TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, they all actually know your behavior. They know what you're doing right now. And as a matter of fact, every single time that you are thinking or talking about something that you want to buy online, there's an ad that pops. Whether that's in YouTube, whether that's in Facebook, whether that's in TikTok, if you're using TikTok, you know that this algorithm is essentially a tracker that tracks you everywhere in your phone, in your laptop. It doesn't matter where it is, even in cameras on the street, they'll know exactly what to sell you. So if you leverage that, and that is the leverage of technology, then you start now using it for your business to generate motivated sellers. Just imagine a homeowner that is actually talking about selling their house with a lawyer or with their family member, or they're doing a search online. They go and want to find a guide, or they go and want to find some help. They go on a Facebook group, they start chatting online with people on WhatsApp or on Facebook Messenger, or it doesn't matter, and they need to sell their house, so now the algorithm captures them. So we can actually automate the outreach, because now we're putting advertising out there and it's doing the work for us. We don't have to go and drive for dollars. We don't have to dial or hire and manage a virtual assistant or a cold caller in order to do hundreds of cold calls to find one potential lead. And as you know, it may take a lot of leads for other outbound channels to actually come to fruition, which means that in average, 1 out of 50 to 1 out of 70 leads for cold calling will turn into a deal. And if you're just starting out, it's gonna take months for you to actually get your first deal. While doing advertising, it's gonna take about 45 days to 95 days, and this is called the cash conversion cycle. So not only you can actually use an algorithm, but it also shortens the amount of time that is going to take you to close into one deal. And you can actually automate this entire thing. As it works for you on the back end, where it's doing all the outreach for you, you can actually make sure that these leads that are coming in are actually booking appointments in your calendar automatically by setting up specific funnels that you can just set up one time and forget about it after, and then just do some slight maintenance after the fact. They also bring in high quality leads, people that actually need to sell their house fast. Now, why does it happen? Because people are actually searching online, or there is a stage under motivation that they actually tell us, hey, I need to sell this house today, in the next 7 days, in the next 30 days, and we can capture that with attention. And this attention can be coming from advertising that are videos, advertising that is creatives, or a search engine like Google or Bing or so on, where people are going intentionally to this platform so that they can find a solution. And those qualified leads are motivated leads. People that are in the quadrant of fully aware, problem aware, solution aware, or they know that there is a service out there, they just haven't found it just yet. And I actually do a video about exactly this and explains to you exactly all the quadrants of motivation and customer awareness. My last point is that it's very scalable. So because you know that you can put $1 in and it gets you $3, $4, $5 back, $7 back, well, now you can actually do this repeatedly. So instead of putting $1, put $10,000, and it should give you $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, and so on, whatever the return of advertising spend is. And now you can actually create a predictable way that if I'm gonna go and use an advertising channel, I know how many leads I'm gonna get, I know how many appointments I'm gonna get, I know how many deals I'm gonna get under contract and close, because now you have a thing that is trackable. And a lot of these platforms, actually every platform, has a tracking dashboard, a business manager, where you can go in and see the exact tracking thing. You can't really track whenever you're actually driving for dollars. Perhaps you can track the time and the amount of people that you knock or that you call, but it's not as trackable. You cannot track a billboard. You cannot also track a TV ad or so on. So paid advertising is a very scalable way. So the first channel that you should be doing is Google advertising or PPC. What is PPC? Pay per click, which means that you're paying for every single click that people do whenever they Google your company, because there is a sponsor ad and an advertising that shows in the first 4 lines whenever you do a search. So if you want to go ahead and do it yourself, go search for yourself, sell my house fast in Google, and you'll see that there's a few advertising or sponsors, and those people are either wholesalers, flippers, or people that just buying houses. Essentially, you want to be able to pay to rank high in the search of Google or Bing, so you can be in the first, second, or maybe third choice of Google for a specific keyword or specific search term. So essentially, you're telling Google, hey, this is what my traffic is currently searching for. This is what I'm gonna bid on that specific traffic. I'm gonna be able to pay you, Google, an X amount of money so that whenever people search on that stuff, they see my advertising, whether there's a first one, second one, but you gotta be able to play with the strategy and optimize properly so that it's in the first one or in the second one or third level so that people actually see your ad. But it's not only that. They should see your ad, they should click on the ad, and they should be able to go inside and submit a form. And this all requires marketing expertise or copywriting in order to do search engine marketing. So every ad has a headline and every ad has a description. Once you click on it, then Google's going to recognize that click and charge your account. And hopefully, once they land on that landing page or that website that you have set up, then the homeowner is going to fill out the form and you're gonna receive that lead notification. Easy, right? If you have it set up properly, then you're gonna be able to get an appointment from that homeowner. This is an entire funnel that I'm gonna explain to you in different videos. So in short, there's few different strategies that you can actually do with Google advertising or PPC. You can actually rank on a specific exact match. So these are different keyword or set of keywords that are exactly what you're looking for. So if it is, I need to sell my house fast, and you want to exactly pay Google for that specific search term, then you're gonna be able to put a budget for that specific campaign to hopefully optimize for maximize conversions, which is a way to bid on the pay-per-click. Or right in the middle, where you can do a phrase match, where it doesn't need to be the exact same thing, but is closer to exact and is within those parameters. So I need to sell my house fast. It could also be, I need to sell my Florida house fast. I need to sell my Miami house fast. I need to sell my Phoenix house fast. So it has words in between, but it's not exactly that term. So you can actually pay Google for that exact term. Or the last one, which is the broad match, or the last one, which is called the broad match, is actually where you actually tell Google, here's my broad keyword search term, and I want every single traffic that comes from that search term to come and see my advertising. And here's where you actually need to play with now negative keywords that you have to feed the algorithm, you have to feed Google, because people will be able to search you from any type of search. So imagine if they're trying to sell a house in a video game, or they're trying to sell a house in a place where you don't want. So those actually become a negative keyword. So as an example, I need to sell my house fast in Grand Theft Auto. Well, people are looking for cheat codes in Grand Theft Auto, which is a game called GTA, if you don't know, and you really don't want that. So you want to be able to put that as a negative keyword, because again, you're not using exact match, you're not using phrase match, you're using broad match. Or I need to sell my car, or whatever random stuff. You need to understand that these people are highly intentional. So they actually come into your funnel because they need to sell their house. The reason why they need to sell their house is because they're actually going and putting the effort into taking their laptop out, or opening their laptop, going to Google and doing the search term, or taking their phone out and putting the effort into searching whatever that is. They type it. For this, you have to have a specific budget, because it's not gonna work for every single budget. You can have a budget of about $100 or $150 just to get started per day. And if you don't have that, then it's not really going to make sense. I actually recommend that people, if they don't have a budget of $5,000 a month, they shouldn't be doing Google PPC at all. As a matter of fact, our top clients, they're doing $20,000, $40,000 per month just to get a few deals every single month. And again, these people are doing about 10 to 20 deals. It just depends on how you're going to be able to monetize these deals, but it's not something that you should do if you have a low budget. So if you're just starting out and it's like, oh, I don't have money, I don't have access to money, I can't do OPM, other people's money, I can't have credit cards or whatever, or a loan, then don't get into PPC because it's way too expensive. But if you do have money where you're putting at least $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a month on advertising itself, then it's for you. You should also be able to target by specific counties. So go into your county and actually click on that specific county, and even do negative counties where you're going to be able to exclude anything that you really don't want that Google doesn't show in those specific areas. And to capture the leads is very simple. You can actually create a very simple quiz funnel or a form funnel where it's a landing page that whenever you click on the button or whenever you click on the ad itself, it's gonna show a survey and it's gonna ask a couple questions where it could start with the address of the person or the name, contact information, and so on, so that they can give you the rest of the questions. You can ask as many questions as you want, but I highly recommend that you're doing about 7 to 13 questions where you can actually ask based on motivational or pain-based questions, where we're gonna have motivated sellers coming in. After they come in, you send them to your spreadsheet or you send them to a CRM using Zapier or something called make.com, or even a CRM like Go High Level. And now one of my favorite, and it is meta advertising, because a lot of people don't know how to actually use this channel to their best advantage. And it's so underutilized that people, when they use it, when they run Facebook ads campaigns, they get the worst type of leads because they're not doing it right. But Facebook is actually huge. It's the biggest channel of all. And Meta also owns Instagram. And because Instagram and Meta, they work together, they work with static posts and they also work with short form content, which means that you can put all this different content in different areas, like stories or posts or the explore page, or right on the side of the Facebook area. And all of this is going to be shown to homeowners. How many homeowners are actually wandering on Facebook? A lot. How many homeowners are going to buy, sell, and trade Facebook groups or go to the Facebook marketplace? A lot. You know that these homeowners are over 45, 50 years old, and they're only hanging out on Facebook because that's everything they do. And Facebook and Instagram have created such a unilateral type of approach where they're actually using both algorithm to its advantage to get better and better. this channel actually knows your behavior, it knows your interests, it knows exactly what you need in a daily basis because it's actually tracking you. There's cookies and there's also an API attached to every pixel that they have out there. The algorithm learns that and it's going to show you exactly what you need to buy at that exact moment. Whether that's a shirt, whether it's some shoes, a camera, a car, insurance, doesn't matter. It knows exactly what it is. And businesses will pay pennies in the dollars to actually put their brand in front of you. I'm gonna tell you how to use it. The first thing is you gotta have a great creative. As a matter of fact, I actually gave away my top creatives and I created a course entirely talking about creatives. I created a free crash course that talks about how to create your creatives, whether that's a static or actual video creatives. And we wanna start with something like a static, using canva.com and doing your creatives in that platform because it's so easy to use and actually is very, very cheap. You don't need to be a Photoshop expert or something like that in order to create a good creative. You can now use AI to create your own creatives. There's different platforms, including ChatGPT, that can help you create that. And I'm gonna show you exactly how to do that in our free course. And the other one is gonna be short form videos, where you're gonna create a short form funnel where you're gonna get the seller's attention in less than 3 seconds and then continuously delivering information and increasing their trust by actually giving the right information, telling how you're gonna actually help with their pain points, show them the benefits of working with you, some social proof, and telling them exactly what to do. And there's frameworks that work that get the seller's attention and makes them do something at the end of that video. It will take about 10 to 30 seconds to actually create that video. You can do that right now, even with your phone camera or as a selfie stick or just using your selfie mode and then just creating that video. You can also go doing it pro or you can just do it on an iPhone, or if you have an Android, well, I guess you can use an Android, but you can just use very simple tools like this to actually create this type of videos, whether that's in front of a house or you can go inside of a very bad looking house and actually talk about how you can actually help these sellers sell their house to you. If you need help with the scripts, our free course actually talks about this deeply. You can now even hire actors for very cheap. These are called UGC actors, or user generated content actors, that actually are going to be regular people that you can find in Fiverr.com or Upwork.com or different UGC websites that is going to make videos for you because maybe you don't know how to make those videos or be in front of a camera. Or something that I did is I asked people in the community if they wanted to participate in making videos, and at the same time they will go viral and they'll be in the ads and therefore their brand is going to grow. But I'm going to use that to generate leads for our clients and for ourselves. So you can actually ask any person that actually could look like it's a real estate investor and someone that knows how to actually speak in front of camera to do that job for you. And it can cost you from $50 to $150 depending on the person and depending on the quality, whether they give you a really good video that you send the script to and they just go over the script and act normally as if it was a regular person, and then they send you the product finished, whether that's edited or the last product without edition. And you can always edit these videos using different video editors that actually you can find in remotelatinos.com as well. But the best videos are coming from the owner of the company. So I like to always encourage people to actually do their own videos for their own companies, because guess what homeowners are gonna see? They're gonna see the face of the founder, the face of the owner. But what if you are a solo entrepreneur, where they're gonna talk with the person that they just saw online, and it's kind of like having TV in a very small device, which is their phone. You can also ask your team members to do videos for you. Go to houses, drive, go inside of very bad looking houses, or just do the videos so you can actually delegate this task to someone that can do that for you. Another game changer has been AI videos, or AI avatars, or AI UGCs. I actually found this website online called arcades.ai or Creatify, or even TikTok Creator Shop, where you can actually create different UGCs using their technology, which is different people that they have filmed themselves and actually have talked in front of the camera, where now the technology knows exactly how they sound, and you just need to put a script in this platform and it's going to change their voice, move their mouth, and actually look like they're actually actors doing whatever it is that you want them to do. And sometimes the price of this is 1/10 of the price of what you actually pay to an actor. Here's a framework that works to get sellers in your short form funnel. You capture their attention, you retain their attention, and you make them do something. So you first have a hook, you have some sort of content, and you also have a call to action. It's important that you budget at least $100 a day in order for this to make sense, especially if you're doing a localized targeting. Let's say you are in a city like Houston, Texas, you're not supposed to spend less than $100 a day. Let me tell you why. Usually, cost per contract ranges from $1,000 to $2,000. But close per close deal, it could be from $2,000 all the way to $4,500, averaging about $3,000 cost per close deal, which means that now you have to be spending at least $100 a day in advertising to actually make it make sense for you to close at least one deal, almost guaranteed by math. So if you spend less than that, and an agency tells you it's okay to spend $50 a day and you're doing a localized targeting, you're actually being set up for failure. So spend at least $100 a day all the way to $150 a day, especially in markets like South California or New York or New Jersey, Miami, all these heavy markets that have a high median home price. Make sure that you spend a lot of money, because to acquire one deal is going to be way more money, because you get more money every single time that you close one deal, right? But if you're doing nationwide campaigns, or you're doing tons of different counties across the USA, then you can probably start with less than $100, but I still recommend that you do $100 a day to get started. So $100 to $150 a day usually will give you 1 or 2 deals per month. And this is in most markets. Here's some true stats. Contract success ratio from Facebook ads is about 70% on average, which means that for every single contract, 0.7 actually succeed. So if you're having 10 contracts in a month, 7 will actually go through. So you have to take this into account whenever you're doing lead generation. And the cash conversion cycle for Meta is usually about 92 days. So that means that you have to have a stamina of about 92 days for you to actually keep spending money until you get money back into your pocket. Otherwise, you're gonna go crazy and your patience is gonna run out faster than your actual wallet. Remember that flippers actually take longer to monetize. So if you're a flipper, take into account how long does it take to actually flip this house, and then how long does it take to actually sell that house. So take that into account as well whenever you're flipping. So if you're flipping, it's okay to actually wholesale some deals in order to monetize and just cash on some of the money that you have spent from advertising. I've actually spoken with a few flippers that they actually don't care if they're not closing on deals in 6 months, because they know the payday is gonna be big. The cost per lead for a nationwide campaign can range from $45 all the way to $80 if you do it correctly. Now, this will provide you high quality leads. If you're gonna do lower quality leads, you can definitely get $15, $20 cost per lead, but I'd recommend that you actually do ask many questions and actually make them go through a funnel that gives you good quality leads. A statewide campaign can actually give you from $50 to $160 cost per lead. And this is going to depend on which type of states you're actually targeting, or what counties on that specific state or those specific states you're actually targeting. A local campaign can range from $70 to $200 cost per lead. This is very normal. So if you're getting $100, $150 cost per lead, don't go crazy. This is an actual normal cost per lead on a high quality lead on Meta. So if you're closing 1 out of 20 in Meta, this is an acceptable range. For a good range, it's 1 out of 10. For an okay good, it's gonna be 1 out of 15, which means that for every 15 leads that you get, you're gonna get 1 deal. Some of our clients actually have a better ratio, but I don't want to talk about hypotheticals. I don't want to talk about outliers. I want to give you the raw, real truth. In order to increase this ratio, you have to get better at having different exit strategies or acquisition methods to actually get these deals done, which means that your offers need to get way better. The second thing you gotta do is have a true sales process where not only you pre-sell them in the marketing, but you actually have a sequence in your conversation with the seller. From a discover call all the way to an offer call, and then knowing how to pitch, knowing how to close deals, and handle those objections when they come out, because they're gonna come out. And then when you lock it on the contract, make sure that you just lock it on the contract and then close that deal after the fact. The third, it's gonna be great follow-up. So if you don't have good follow-up systems, forget about actually having a high closing ratio. And the fourth is gonna be great mindset. Respect every lead, make sure that you don't judge the leads, you actually put the effort in the right energy on the leads, you have great conversations, and you just have a good mindset overall. In order to target these people, make sure that you actually have a keyword-based targeting in the ad copy that you do give to this advertising. So I actually created the free course where it goes over copywriting and the copy that you gotta put in the text, in the headline, and in the pictures for you to actually target the right people, because Facebook is going to read this, and with their machine learning, it's gonna go and show the ad in front of the actual sellers that you wanna talk to. But here's a basic framework. Create a copy that actually has the hook, the social proof, the benefits, the pain points, and a call to action. And this will ensure that Facebook recognizes who you're trying to actually target, and now it's gonna show that ad in front of them. And make the aesthetic picture as obvious, as direct, and just as relevant as possible to the right homeowners that are looking to sell their house fast and they're in some sort of weird or troublesome situation that they need to get out. Another key thing for targeting is having a seasoned pixel. And this is the tracker that you need to install in every landing page or website. And we have installed many different trackers in hundreds of real estate investing and wholesaling landing pages and websites. And now we have created a seasoned pixel where you connect this to your account. And now this pixel is going to essentially tell your account who do you want to target. And you can also use platforms like Hyros to make this pixel even stronger, because you're gonna be feeding it with better data. So all the quality conversations, all the appointments, all the contracts, all the deals, if they're being tracked correctly in the CRM and being fed back into the algorithm, it's going to actually go find people that look exactly like that. Remember, we've been in the business for more than 5 years, so we have data from different real estate investors, wholesalers, and flippers across the United States that now we have hundreds of thousands of leads in our database, and now we can tell Facebook, hey, this is exactly who we want. Make sure that whenever you're creating your Facebook campaign, which I actually show the secrets in the free course, you're actually having lead generation campaign type, so that you're actually capturing leads from either a lead form or an actual website. The two are different, and the lead form is within the Facebook platform. You can create it quickly and you can ask as many questions as you can, but this is going to give you a little bit of a lower quality lead. Usually, if you know how to ask the right questions and increase the friction on this lead form, you may get good quality leads. Now, it's really important that you can A/B test these two different methods. Now, on the other side, with a landing page, now you actually can create different types. You can create a quiz funnel, you can create an advertorial VSL funnel, or you can just create a landing page that pops a form or a survey that it actually is going to be asking questions to the seller to fill out after they actually have seen the landing page, which usually has a headline, usually talks about the pain points and the thing that they can actually do and solve for them, and they're going to fill out the form right after that. There's many different types of landing pages, and I actually cover this in another video, and the free course has a bonus about this. But you should study and A/B test between both different type of lead forms or funnels that capture information to see which one works the best. But just so you know, Open Door, OfferPad, and the best companies in the world that actually acquire houses every single day, they use a landing page and a quiz funnel. One big secret that a lot of people don't know about Facebook ads is that your offer matters the most. So whatever homeowners actually see on Facebook as your offer, as your creative, is going to differentiate how they're going to make decisions. So if they always see we buy houses, sell your house fast, or all these common offers that people actually do, then you're gonna be part of the same thing over and over, the noise. So in order to differentiate yourself, you need to make your offer better. I actually have created a masterclass about creating a better offer, and I follow $100 million offers by Alex Hormozi, which as a matter of fact, I actually knew how to create an offer before I read that book, but this book is super clear that you can actually read how to create a better offer. So if you really want to capture attention and differentiate yourself and actually reduce your cost of generating a lead, create better offers. And the last thing I gotta cover, even though that there is many different channels out there. So you have also YouTube ads that also has short form and long form videos, even mid form videos that are not too long, not too short. And you also have TikTok ads and many different type of lead generation channels. You always have to take care of the most important thing. And that one is gonna be conversion, acquisitions, sales. A lot of people might hate me for this, but if you don't know how to close deals by being a great sales person, or someone that is going to actually help this person, or someone that is actually going to help the seller by having great sales skills, then you're not gonna close as many deals and you're always gonna complain about the leads. I said it, yes. And you have to learn how to turn these leads into appointments and then into a closed deal by having a proper sales process and a proper sequence. I talk about this in other videos where I have learned from people like Jeremy Miner, Cole Gordon, Alex Hormozi, Jordan Belfort, and different books that have given me the foundation about sales, and I have learned so much about sales in a systematic way that I can actually give you something for free. Now, I also have taken content from RJ Bates, Eric Klein, and Steve Trank because these people are the best people in the real estate wholesaling space teaching you about sales for REI, for wholesaling, which you should follow them in social media right now. And they're gonna teach you sales in a different way. They have different frameworks, they have different scripts, and they have different tonalities. In my opinion, you should choose the best one that suits you because each one of us have different personalities. Some people are way less aggressive, and some people just have a different way to approach different things. So if you like RJ Bates, or if you like Eric Klein, or if you like Steve Trank way, go ahead and learn, pick from each one of them, and then make your own version of it. That's exactly what I did. But in order to have quality conversations, you actually have to get these sellers on the phone. So make sure that you have a great CRM with automations and AIs that books appointment. You actually have an inside sales agent that actually is going to follow up with the lead within 2 minutes of the lead being generated. And you actually have a process, a sequence to talk with the seller. And usually this goes from a discovery call all the way to an offer call. RJ Bates talks about 5 steps, Eric Klein talks about 5 steps, and Steve Trang, I'm not sure how many steps he has, but you can learn the different 5 steps, and I actually created blogs about this on RJ Bates and Eric Klein. And you can actually read about their 5 steps that I actually created blogs about them and masterclasses here below. I'm gonna put it here, so that you can actually choose your best one. And that's exactly how you can build a system that uses paid advertising to get inbound motivated sellers on autopilot. However, what I've given you here is just an overview. There is a lot more in order to implement this. I've created different videos that will help you implement this and different SOPs, but it's time for you to actually start doing this. Implement it. Get in the trenches. Remember, it's 1% knowledge and inspiration and 99% perspiration. So you have to get sweaty, you have to go and do it, you have to go and work out that part of your brain. And unfortunately, I couldn't cover here everything. So if you want to leverage something like this, you can click on the link below here in the description. If not, that's okay too. But follow me and subscribe to my channel if you found this any valuable whatsoever. If you did, Share this with your community or your friends because I'll be creating more videos like this one. If you do get on a call with us, just make sure that whenever we jump into a call with you, we're gonna create something personalized, custom to you, not a cookie cutter solution. And we would like to understand your situation right now and where you want to be so we create a game plan for that. And remember to actually check out our free resources and courses that I told you about in this video so you actually can learn and implement a few of those things by yourself. So again, subscribe to this channel and give me that thumbs up because it helps my YouTube algorithm so I can create more of this content for people like you. Talk to you soon.